A doodle doodle da da. A doodle doodle da da da. Yeah, yeah. Hi there. We have kitten season coming up very, very soon. So I thought it was very appropriate to share some kitten adoption tips. Here are some do's and don'ts about when you're looking to adopt a kitten. You'd think kitten care would be easy. You just love them and feed them and snuggle them and listen to them purr, and right? But actually it's a lot more goes into that, and proper care and preparation before you bring your furry baby home can help enormously. Now, kitten adoption too early can cause some problems as well. That can often result in kittens biting more, clawing more, because they haven't learned all of the rules. They haven't been kitty corrected by mom cat, who will certainly put them in their kitty place if they do anything wrong. So they don't understand all the feline etiquette or understand cat social structure. So when you adopt a cat, a young cat or a kitten, then you have to pretend to be mom. And I tell you what, it's a lot easier for a cat to train a kitten than for us humans to try to do that. But here are some tips that ought to help you along the way. Now, dog people know all about socialization of puppies. That's kind of something everybody understands, how to socialize a puppy and expose them to their world and all that. Well, do you know kittens also benefit from socialization? Except with kittens, it comes way earlier than it does with puppies. That makes it a challenge for us because prime kitten socialization is right between 2 weeks to 7 weeks of age. Oh my gosh, that's when they should still be with their mom, right? So if you are a rescuer or work at a shelter or volunteer or breeding in a professional breeding program, it's up to you guys to be sure that those kittens get their proper socialization. They're going to, if they're with mom, mom's going to take care of a lot of things. But as far as being handled by humans and understanding that we are a part of their world, maybe being exposed to other cats or being exposed to dogs and learning that dogs are a safe part of their world. These are all important parts of kitten socialization. So it does include interaction with humans, with other animals, positive handling by people, by your veterinarian, so that they handle their little ears and pet them and handle their paws so that they aren't scared when it comes time for them to be examined by the veterinarian. All of these things are going to help them become confident, well-adjusted little kittens that grow up into being well-adjusted adult cats. Many of these kitten must-know tips and information can be found in my book, Complete Kitten Care, and I will send a link. I'll include a link in this video for you there. Here, though, some quick tips for you, 10 do's and don'ts about kitten adoption. So, with no further ado, number 1, don't adopt too early. Okay, kittens adopted too young bite and claw more than those that are corrected by their mom and their siblings, right? They also tend to be a little bit more fearful or less tolerant of other cats because they don't understand proper feline etiquette. Cat babies should ideally, this doesn't always happen, but in the perfect world, they should stay with their siblings and with mom for at least 12 to 16 weeks. Yeah, that's right. It's not always possible, and if you find yourself in that situation, it means you have to try to be cat mom and teach Junior proper claw etiquette, how to use the litter box, and all those other manners that you think comes naturally to cats. Now, it can help enormously if you're in that situation. Adopt 2 kittens at once. That way they can kitty correct each other. They can play bite each other and tell each other when they've bitten too hard or they've clawed too hard. And it'll keep them attacking each other, targeting each other instead of your ankles. Number 2, see a veterinarian as soon as possible. Okay, kittens do seem indestructible. Thankfully, they bounce because they will get into all kinds of trouble. But a vet's early diagnosis improves the chances of a speedy recovery in case they do get the sniffles with cat colds, or they injure themselves in some way. Screening tests and preventive care are going to be your best friend. Vaccinations, flea prevention, worm medications, all these things save kitty lives, and they help ensure your kitten grows up to be a healthy adult that has the longest life possible. Number 3, don't bathe your kitten until he's at least 4 weeks old, or that's about 12 to 16 weeks is better. Very young kittens, they cannot regulate their own body temperature very easily. That's why they pile up in kitten piles to stay warm, and they snuggle up next to mom. So if a kitten gets messy, you can kind of wipe him off, but don't dunk him in water, because when you bathe the kitten, it's going to reduce their chance of holding all of that warm body temperature in. The fur isn't able to insulate them as well. So when you do bathe your kitten, when they are older and you need to get rid of the kitten slime, whatever they've gotten into, only use kitten safe products. Make sure it says that on the label. All right, because adult cat or dog products, especially dog products, can be toxic to your kitten. And that's the furthest thing you want to do, is make your cat sick when you're trying to help him out. So introduce combs and brushes to him when he's a little guy. Show him how good it feels. Get that purr motor going when he's being groomed, so he knows from a very early age that grooming from you is a good thing and feels good for him. Number four, fix your kittens. Neuter or spay your kittens. This is one of the best things you can do. It's going to prevent pregnancy in the little girls. It's going to prevent urine spraying in the little boys and some little girls. And it's going to reduce the chances greatly of breast cancer later on. Female kittens, just so you know, they can get pregnant as early as 4 months of age, depending on the time of year. So you do not want to wait on this. If at all possible, get this done as early as possible. Many shelters and professional breeders now will spay or neuter kittens as early as 8 to 12 weeks of age, or once they reach 2 pounds or more. So check that out with your area shelters, with your area veterinarians, if you're adopting from a breeder, check that out with them, because the earlier you can do this, the better. Number 5, don't rush pet introductions. Tiny kittens can get lost or find trouble if they're not confined to a kitten safe area. I like to set up a spare bedroom and call it, Kitten Central, and you can put everything in there that he needs: a litter box, his bed, scratch objects, food bowls, toys, all those things. And that way, when you can't watch him, and that means eyeballs on him, not talking on the phone, not checking the internet on your computer, but eyeballs on him. If you're not watching him, he should be confined in his safe room where he can't possibly get into any danger. So this is a great way to help with introductions as well, because when you bring a new baby in, until those tests that your vet is running has done their duty and discovered he's perfectly healthy, you don't want a new baby giving contagious bugs and viruses and all kinds of things to your other cats that are in the household. So confine him in there. Once he has been in the house for a little while. Your other cats are going to be sniffing and paw sniffing underneath the door. They know he's there. And this is a great way for them and him to get used to each other with a safe door in between them. Okay, so you're going to avoid face-to-face introductions for probably at least a week, just to get the new kitten, ready for this and get him used to his new environment, and give the other cats an idea that, yeah, there's somebody new here, but he's not invaded my whole house yet. Number six, kitten-proof the house. Now, kittens explore with their paws, with their mouths. They chew things just like puppies do. They pick things up. They're paw patting things. So they're licking, they're biting, chomping down and clawing electrical cords, like around Christmas time or other times, can kill your cat. There, I said it. You want to be sure that anything that the kitten can put in his mouth or can claw is out of reach. This is another reason to keep him in that safe room when you can't supervise him, all right? Cats also like to do what I call gravity experiments. That's where they get up on something high and they stand there and they find all of your fine breakables and they go pat, 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 and knock it off and watch it fall. And then they go to the next one, they pat, pat, gravity, see if they all work. You're going to have a lot of things that are broken, some things that might hurt your kitten, so kitten-proof. If you need to, put on knee pads and crawl around on the floor to see from a kitten eye view what's going on down there, what you can get out of the kitten's way, and make sure that they aren't able to get up on top of things and break things that are very precious to you, because the worst thing to have happen is this lovely kitten that you want to have a great relationship with and you're mad at all the time. So just prevent that. Number seven, don't feed kittens milk. I know, all the cartoons and all the stuff that we used to read years ago, kittens love milk. Well, they maybe do, but kittens and adult cats often cannot digest the milk sugar that's in cow's milk. So just don't do it. Give them water to drink. If you have a rescue kitten that is a bottle baby, then there are kitten formulas you can get from pet supply stores or from your veterinarian and use those instead. Queen replacement milk is available, as I said, and most babies can eat solid food by the time they're about 3 to 4 weeks old. You just mush it up and it's real soggy and everything, mix it with water, zap it in the microwave for 5 seconds or so it's a little warm, and they'll lap that up. They'll make a mess, but they will lap that up and learn how to eat solid food. So unless they're really, really young, you don't even have to worry about giving them milk supplements. Number eight, train your kitten. Yes, kittens can be trained. So can adult cats, but kittens are little sponges, so it's a lot easier with these babies. Routinely, and I'm not talking about, you can do trick training, and I love doing that because it amazes your friends. But I'm talking about in training your kitten, I'm talking about training your kitten to accept proper handling, handle their little paws, feel their little ears, pet them all over, lift their tail, make sure that you can handle them very easily, and make it a game, so that way when they do need to see the veterinarian, it's not a scary thing where so many cats are terrified of going to the vet and then we don't take them often enough. So it's on us when they're kittens to teach them how this is a good thing for the kittens. You can teach them to use the cat carrier by putting little toys inside, little treats inside for them to find. If it's a hard carrier, throw a ping pong ball inside and it bounces around and it's a great kitty playground. Or put a nice soft little bed so they sleep in the carrier. It's now a safe place. They aren't going to be scared when you put them in the carrier to go somewhere. Maybe visit grandma when you're able to visit everybody again. So these are some things you can do. You can teach your kitten if he meows a lot, and kittens like to meow, and it's a demand, and you reward them because they meow and you do something that they want. So you can teach them to meow on command. You can teach them to wave their paw and reward them with a feather toy or something. So train your kittens. A kitten brain is a terrible thing to waste. To find ways to engage your kitten. Number 9, we're getting there. Don't declaw. Let your kitten keep his claws. Okay, this is absolutely an ethical choice now, and many veterinarians no longer do this. A lot of the clinics have decided this is not a good thing to do because there are other ways to manage claw behavior, and clawing is a natural behavior of cats and kittens. It's a benefit for them. So instead of even thinking about that from the very beginning, when you're handling their paws and everything, part of that can be trimming their claws. I trim my Karma cat's claws about once a week. I just use my regular toenail clippers and trim those, but there are some nice cat specific claw trimmers that you can use. You don't have to do them all at once. One claw every other day. In 2 weeks, you're done. And the cat doesn't mind because maybe he gets a treat every time you take a little tip of the claw off. So these are things to do. Scratch objects, putting them in the right place, and teaching the cat how good it feels to claw on the right objects. So I know I've got other videos here on claw training, and I'll link to those. These are things that you can do that allows your cat to be a healthy, happy, and a natural cat, and it's going to give you both peace of mind. And unfortunately, declawed cats, if you want a declawed cat, adopt an adult it's already happened to. There's a lot of cats that end up in shelters for a lot of reasons that are wonderful cats. So that's an option for you, but do not declaw your kitten. Just don't. Number 10, don't let your cat outside, please. I'm here in northern Texas. We have coyotes that come up on the back patio right outside the door. Cats are wonderful munchy treats to coyotes. Cars can kill your cat. Stray cats can carry diseases and infect your cats. Don't let your cats outside. Now, here's a caveat. If you have a safe way to do it, in the best of all possible worlds, cats could go outside and have grass between their toes and chase butterflies and have a wonderful time. And you can do that if you have a safe enclosure. You can find catios that you can build little cat playgrounds outside. There are products like cat fencing system that you can enclose an area that's you can supervise your cat. Train your cat to walk on a leash, a halter and leash, so you can go on excursions and they're safe and they get to sniff everything and follow bugs and climb trees and claw things that are the outside. So those are some ways to handle that. But otherwise, as far as turning cats outside, this is just safety one-on-one for your cats. And the other part of that is, rather than thinking about letting them outside, why not bring the outside in? Okay, you can bring in a box of leaves and let them dig around in it. Set up water fountains outside so they can watch there. Give them things that they can do on the inside, so enrich their indoor environment. Those are my top 10 tips for adopting a kitten, and I hope those help. And when you do bring your fur baby home, have a wonderful time and just enjoy this short time in their life, because they become adult cats very, very soon. Thanks for watching.
A doodle doodle da.